This is Bola Island, the largest island of one of the world's poorest nations, Bangladesh. This is an island with no sandy beaches. This is an island made of mud. It sits barely 30 centimetres above sea level. For those living on the waterfront properties here, the view isn't pretty. You see, nothing on Bola is permanent. It's a mud island. Even rock has to be imported from the mainland. But education is something that anyone, anywhere can take with them. It lasts forever. Let me tell you a story. A story about an Australian who has made the southern end of Bola Island his home. This man is Fred Hyde. Born in Pittsworth, Queensland in 1920, Fred lived through the Great Depression and was a soldier in World War II. He fought in both the Middle East and on the Kokoda Trail. In 1980, after his retirement, an Australian charity asked Fred to check up on an orphanage they were running on Bola Island. Fred arrived, expecting to stay a few weeks. A few weeks became 4 years. He put his retirement on ice, and to this day, Fred spends up to 8 months a year there.
I'm a person who has been associated with education in Bangladesh for the past 20 years. I thought the main need for Bangladesh was education, that without education of its population, it couldn't possibly progress.
This is why Fred is building schools. Poorer communities on Bola are in desperate need of an education that the government can't give them. COED manages to run and maintain one of the largest and totally free education systems in Bangladesh.
Education changes people, not only the children you educate, but the whole community. We can go into an area down there and you find it's the most depressed area, and you build a school, and within a short period of time you see a complete change in the whole population. They are washed, they are clean, they are smiling, and you find that the adults are the same.
We don't want people to be dependent on our charity. We want to create a situation our aid should be aimed so that they can become self-sufficient.
We have about 11,000 students attending at the moment. How many students have gone through over the years? I do not know. I know I should, but to keep such a record takes a lot of time and a lot of money. And I prefer that time and money to go into actually teaching children. It takes $8,000 to build the school, and it takes around $8,000 a year to run it, to supply all the stationery, the teachers' wages, and the other calls that may be made upon our resources. Support, yes, $4 a month will definitely support a child there. A great number of our schools, incidentally, are supported by schools in Australia. The students in our schools supply the money to educate the students in Bangladesh.
My name's Emma.
My name is Alex Larkin.
Hi, my name is David Townsend and I'm a member of the Student Council for 2010 at St Leonard's College.
This is an organisation who, started by Fred Hyde, the founder, raise money and actively build schools in Bangladesh, which provides a pathway to education right from the beginning of building the school, getting the materials, training some teachers, getting the students in and educating them. One of the great things that our school does is helping COED through a Bangladesh committee who all year round work towards raising money or planning events or raising awareness, whatever it is, to help out.
At the start of the year we have the Community Day Fair, which everyone in the community is involved in, and we have a hot cross-bun drive and just a wishing well and open kind of forms for people to donate money.
The main fundraiser which we have at our school to raise funds for COED is a Bangladesh dinner, and at this dinner we have traditional Bangladesh food, as well as silent auctions and a main auction.
In providing an education for young individuals in Bangladesh, we provide them with one of the most valuable things we can give anyone in life, or anyone can receive in life, because without it they're at such a disadvantage and will not be able to achieve so many things that we take for granted, and it's so essential and we should share it with everyone that we can.
Education is something we might take for granted here. We might complain about going to school in the morning, but there's so many kids, especially in Bangladesh, who they want that education. There's a desire for it, and imagine something that you really, really want, and education might be that for them, and so it's really important to help out.
It's an area that is very subject to calamities. I'm quite often asked why I go back to Bangladesh, to such a land. And a little boy at the orphanage, he was actually dying of cancer of the liver, and he'd just lost his sister. And I had told him about her dying, and he looked up at me and he said, "Why was I born in Bangladesh?" And it made me realise then, for the first time, how really fortunate I had been to be born in a land like Australia. And I think it is that has taken me back time and again to Bangladesh, that you haven't any choice of where you're born.
It's not all bad news on Bola Island. Slowly, more and more people around the world are realising that something needs to be done about the future. Because of people like Fred and Coed, education is starting to improve and the future is looking brighter. So, whether you're in your 90s like Fred, or as young as the students of St Leonard's, for the price of a coffee or two, or the cost of a Big Mac, you can make a big difference.
Thank you.